Hello, guys. It's the WGL Post-Show today with Mr. Remo Demo. And, of course, by our side again, Mr. Neutron. Neutron, yesterday you said you were disappointed with the games because they all played like noobs. How do you feel today?
What's up, bitches? Games were really great, especially Moon showed some action. That was nice.
So you're satisfied today? You're happy today?
Well, it's kind of super hot day for me today. I had a lot of work, so I barely slept. And I was trying to catch up with watching games on X2 speed. So, and I have to say, your voices sound kind of cool at 2x speed. you have to try it.
Okay, so we have to talk all the time, a little bit faster. Is that all right? Is that what we're supposed to do?
Yeah. It was fun.
Neo, you have to become a double time rapper, dude. I always knew it.
I will talk all the time like this now. Okay, so Neutron, what do you think about game one? It was Sock versus LawLiet. What do you think? Come on, tell me.
Well, I can speak that fast. My English not that good to catch up with you. So games Sock against LawLiet. It looked kind of desperate for Sock. Like he tried to do some crazy stuff, and thought maybe it's gonna work. But yeah, seemed like he was really desperate against LawLiet to play standard. And actually, I was surprised when LawLiet still continued to make archers against Naga, because Naga is super useless hero against Hans. And to defend against Hans with Archimage, you have water elementals. With MK, you have bolt and surround, or just bolt and kill. And with Naga, you have nothing, so you can die like with no chance. So I was really surprised that he didn't go to Hans. Anyway, he won pretty easily because Naga is shit, guys.
Yeah. I have two questions for you for this matchup, Neutron. I don't know if you heard LawLiet in our interview, but he said that there is an answer against this new style. So the style he introduced, the mass archer triple hero, really strong night elf style with keeper archer triple hero, that a lot of humans are struggling against. LawLiet said there is an answer. TH knows the answer to that style, and with that proper response, suddenly that style isn't so good anymore. Now, we don't know the style. We asked LawLiet to tell us what this style is, but he says it's secret. Maybe TH is going to show it against Foggy. Do you know what this special proper style, counter style is?
I don't know what the special proper style, but I know what the style is the hardest to play against when you play Mass Archer. And it's when human goes to tier 3, some breakers, some mortars, and fast third paladin. So it's very hard to kill to burst a unit, and this army I think works the best. And also when human has around 55 to 60 food, it's very hard to break him with archers. So you have to switch to something. So you need either expansion and just mass, or you need giants. But if you're gonna go giants, he can just make expansion by his own and make more mortars and knights, and it's gonna be really hard. So I don't think it's Imba. Maybe I'm playing this Mass Archer style wrong, because I played it with the third priestess, like Keeper Naga priestess, and LawLiet I saw a couple of games when he used third alchemist. So maybe alchemist works better. I have to try it.
Yeah, a lot of humans out there are saying that this style is way too good. That Night Elf is Imba versus human once again. What do you say to those people?
Well, I don't think so. It became more playable, but it's still hard, guys. especially if you noob.
Another thing about that matchup specifically, on Echo Isles, LawLiet also played the keeper. I was definitely expecting a Warden, but he didn't play it. He played keeper. How about you? Did you expect him to play keeper or Warden there? And why do you think he didn't go Warden?
Well, maybe he thought that Sok can try something all-inish again, and keeper is the most safe hero, you can say it. So, and maybe he was comfortable to play against standard of Sok, so he decided to play keeper, so not get by surprise, but by some all-inish shit.
Yeah, from Sok's perspective, have you seen these strategies work with the Naga first or with the Blood Mage first?
Not against LawLiet. I think he countered it perfectly.
Yeah, especially Echo Isles then came a bit of a surprise there towards late game as well. He went into Hippo Riders.
Yeah.
Which,
when I saw it, I was like, "Wow, that's a good answer." Really.
How so? Just because there's no anti-air?
It's because against Mass Archer, Blood Mage can use fire, or how it's called, the skill, fireworks, no?
Flame Strike.
Flame Strike, yes.
Flame Strike, yeah. So, or use Banish on the archer so to kill it. Also, damage from his standard attacks are pretty good. So I don't know. Usually archers like mid shield and dies pretty fast. So making some Hippo Riders, securing your archers to be alive till the end of the game. And yeah, no anti-air.
That's all seemed a little easy. We've seen before that LawLiet defeated him 3-0. So yeah, that was a lot of desperation. Didn't work. It did work before against Moon, but not here today. So in 2 days we get Sok versus 1-0. Do you think he stands a chance there?
Yeah, I think I really like how Sok plays this matchup against Undead. I have watched many games, and his expansion style seems like he knows exactly how many towers you need to defend against first push, and in the same time he tries to do as much damage as possible to Undead base, always harassing it. And I think this style is the best against Undeads, because you can there are a lot of room for improvement, so you can do better in every aspect of the game. I mean, not better than Undead, better than yourself in previous games or other players. So I think it's the best way to play against Undeads. And Sok, well, when I saw his games, he was really good with it. So I think he has good chance to win.
Yeah. Ever since we saw him 2-1ing Happy offline, I always consider him having a chance against any Undead.
Yeah, he's decent.
Decent, huh?
What decent is not enough?
I don't know. I think he's very good. You would be decent, I think.
No, I would be like little puppy against the monster. So if you take like top 4 humans in the world, do you have Sok in it, in this top 4?
It's hard between Sok and Chimiko, but I would give Sok the advantage over Chimiko.
So it's InfiTH, then Sok and Chimiko?
No, and
or someone else?
Third is Blade.
Yeah.
Nice job, bro.
What?
Blade is really good, dude.
Not that good.
I think so.
Okay.
Well, you saw him only on some Back to Warcraft tournament?
Yeah.
Or where? And you compare him to the best human in the world?
We saw him against Happy. We saw him against Foggy. Those are some of the best players in the world.
Oh man, I thought you were joking, but if you're serious, maybe I haven't seen something that he showed you.
I think he's not too good against Night Elf, but in pretty much every other matchup, he's really good. And especially against Undead, he's one of the best.
Well, maybe when he's sober, maybe he's really good.
Maybe he needs to be in the middle, you know? Not really sober, but also super drunk, a little tipsy. That might be his best shape.
Yeah, but it's hard to not to cross the line.
Yeah, but he has a lot of experience, you know?
Yeah, okay. Let's get over him. Do.
Yeah, let's talk about 1-0 versus Alice.
Alice.
Yeah, so game 1 and 3 were complete stomps, right? Like Alice had no chance. But I guess the interesting game to focus on is Twisted Meadows. Alice got a victory there.
Yeah, but he was so close to lose it, so I mean, if you have 4 expansions against 2, you don't need to fight. You just need to base race because you invest in wisps a lot, and you can spend more gold on TP and other upgrades, and to make 100 foot and then fight. So you don't need to fight 80 against 70. It can be a huge mistake. If you lose this fight, you don't have time to make more army, and that can just attack your base, and you will die with your +2 bases. So I think it was on the fence, you know. So if the fight went a bit worse, he could lose the game because of it. So I think he just had to attack in multiple directions. Have you seen the game Infi against Happy on the ladder in NetEase probably a long time ago when Infi played Night Elf?
No.
On Twisted? I thought that game, and Infi did really great job with Night Elf, and he harassed him with Demon Naga all the way. He made expansions all over the map, and always harassed with giants, dryads, zeppelins. So Happy couldn't just leave the base, and if he tried to, he lost. He always lost workers or ziggurats, and then Infi just made 100 foot 3-3 with the chimeras, and, and it was so one-sided. And I think it's the best way to play on Twisted, especially if you manage to make more expansions than Undead.
So you think Twisted is a good or a bad Night Elf map against Undead?
I haven't decided yet. It's very hard to play on some in some spots. For example, if you got found by at the first place, and that prevent you from creeping with Ancient of War, so it can become a problem. But in most cases, I love the map because it's a macro map, and it's always a room for out macro your opponent, make more bases, harass him. So I just like that style. So I like the map.
Do you like to play Warden on it?
No,
Is that the
I
best?
don't like Warden against Undeads. I think it's complete trash.
In both hands, yeah.
Game number 3 showed that Warden is not that good. I mean, Warden is good if Undead attacks you with 40 foot or don't attack you at all. But if he just make 50 to 55 supply push, it's very hard to do something. So you can't kill units, and Undead's focus with all his army is very strong. So, and since Warden made of paper, she dies like super fast. Yeah. I don't like her. Only on Tirina stand, but it's optional.
Did you see that 2-0 from LawLiet versus Happy with Warden?
No. When was it?
Last year, I think. Crazy game.
Oh, yeah, I saw.
Up until that point, I also thought Warden was really trash against Undead. But since then, I've been convinced by LawLiet that she can be good. if you're a god with the warden, then you can.
Yeah, and
But it's
if
so
you
hard
got
to
with the
play.
warden and adjust the standard guy, so yeah, you can win. I mean, I play warden sometimes against noobs, so I know that I'm better, and sometimes I just barely win the game, which I would which I would win with the other heroes, like with zero chance for undead. But with warden, I always end up in like with a bottle of my sweat in my hands. So it's
Do you still play keeper against undead? Do you still think it's good?
no. I love demon hunter.
But you also used to play keeper quite a bit, right?
Yeah, it depends on the map and the opponent. So if I know that opponent is more uh, more likely to play Gargs or expansion, I'm gonna play keeper. And if I know that he's kind of standard guy like X-Lord or Happy, I would play demon for sure.
Yeah, we talked about this yesterday, I think. Also yesterday we talked about 1-0 that his decisions were kind of trash, I think you called it. So do you think
No, I would not call it trash. Maybe he did some wrong moves.
Yeah. That's exactly your words. Sorry about that. I just remember it wrong. So do you think his decision making was better and his performance overall was better today?
No, today he was trash. Well, it's hard to compare because Ellis is not his level player, and I was really surprised that he won a game. It's great. It's actually, yeah, like you said on the stream, it's really great achievement for Ellis because it's all the guys in his group are kind of out of his league, so winning a map is a really good result for him. So, and for 1-0, on the other hand, losing one map to Ellis, it's some kind of marker that he does something wrong. So, I don't know.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be the top 4 favorite, judging from the 2 games.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely making mistakes. He made obvious mistakes against LawLiet. He also made mistakes against Alice on Twisted. Perhaps even smaller mistakes on the other maps. If he keeps on making those mistakes, he's probably not going to reach the final.
The quarterfinal, you mean?
No, he can still reach the quarterfinal.
Ah, okay.
Playing against human is really straightforward. He doesn't have to make a lot of decisions there.
Okay.
Just mechanical.
Okay, let's talk about the biggest match of the day. Moon versus Lin.
Oh, man. I think this match could be nominated for the match of the year or something. It was really great.
Yeah.
Especially with this non-standard heroes. You don't see every day Farster TC with Wave, especially against Night Elf. And Keeper Demon, what the fuck? I saw it first time in my life. I was never even considering to play Keeper Demon against Orcs, but, well... And then when I saw Moon played it, and I was like, "Wow, it makes sense." So why haven't I come up with it? But yeah, Moon is a god of strategies.
Yeah, on the first map, we were praising Lin a lot. That was the map where Moon was just playing archers. Can this work with mass archers?
Sometimes when you just watch the game from the observers, you think, "What the fuck? Why don't he go some tech?" But when you in the game and you play it, you have around 55-60 foot archers, and you see that your opponent already goes to towers and make expansion, and you're like, what should I do? I have no time to make chimeras. I have no time to make giants. I have to do something now to delay my opponent very, very hard. And when the battle goes not in your favor, you both losing units, and you understand that now you can't go attack again. So you kind of binded to this attack. So yeah, I know what he felt, definitely.
Yeah, you talked about the chimeras on map 2. Moon adjusted, but not with chimeras, rather with dryads, MGs, and then towards the end going really heavy into dryads. Do you think that is the only way, the best way to play against that?
No, I think it's only way. I mean, this strategy can work only in Moon hands. I saw many games when players tried to copy Moon and go mass dryads against humans, against headhunters, and it's super thin line when you let your opponent to gather more army, and after that your dryads are total shit, and you need to do something super efficient in that time, and he always finds the moments when to do these attacks and change units, or how it's called. I mean, you kill some, you lose some.
Yeah,
the trades.
Yeah, trades.
Yeah.
To trade some dryads, and because you have more food, and sometimes you have expansion and the opponent doesn't yet. It's these trades are really good for you, but if you just wait 1 minute more and your opponent gonna have some more units, you just can't break him with dryads. So it's very hard to play it. You need to play it perfectly with timings. It looks like it was easy by Moon. He just came and killed him, basically, almost killed. He did good damage, but when you play it and you just get a bit late, and that's GG. So it's very hard to play like Moon did. And I think the most standard play would be couple bears and bears, giants, dryads, and then to chimps. I think it's the most efficient and standard ways to play. Or if you start with mass archers, you can just go straight to chimps, because you have in the mid game you have advantage and you can creep more spots. You make your expo and you don't let your opponent to expo before he gets to tier 3, and this I always forget how it's called, this 600 gold expansion, tiny expo, right?
Tiny expo. Yeah.
So and then you go straight to chimps, and orc can't attack you, so he makes expo, tries to creep, and he can't break you before you get your chimps. But I played against Kiwi. I played with alchemist, not demon hunter, and sometimes he manages to get some bat riders already to bomb your chimeras, some headhunters, so it's not that easy. Also TC with orb of lightning. I don't know actually, but it's very hard to play against such strategies, especially if orc don't do many mistakes.
Now that Lin has revealed this strategy, do you think it's still good? And can he still play it against all the Night Elves?
Kiwi plays it all against all the Night Elves, and
no, I mean what Lin played. I don't think he's too concerned about Kiwi. No, but the strategy that Lin played, do you think that's still working against all the Night Elves, even against Moon? And will he still play it for his remaining games?
It's hard to say, but game 2 was super close, and game 3 also. So maybe he gonna make some adjustments and continue playing like this.
Yeah.
I think it's more up to how he feels with his standard with the Blade Master Shadow Hunter. If he feels like it's very hard for him to play against Moon, maybe he gonna play Farseer TC again.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
A key moment in all those games between them, all 3 maps, was the Keeper level 3 finding kills on the Headhunters.
Yeah, it's the number one priority for Night Elf.
Do you think there's some way that Lin can play around that, prevent that somehow, not lose those units in the mid game?
I think the best way to play against this fast Keeper level 3 harass is to make your Farseer level 3 also, and just fight back. So with all your headhunters, with wolves, and you fight back. You try to make keeper run away and lose as less as possible, like 1-2 headhunters, and it's gonna be fine. And keeper gonna be damaged, lose all mana. He gonna drink all the moon juice, so it's not gonna be easy later on. And if he just entangle and run away, you can heal these headhunters. So I think it's better than just hide inside the base and don't do damage to keeper.
Mm.
Is there a certain number of headhunters that you are allowed to lose? Like in every game,
I think 1-2 is fine.
1-2 is fine.
If you lose more, it can be dangerous. Yeah.
Okay. I would love to know how the second game would look without the Katga's pipe that gives him mana all the time.
Yeah, I think he would run low on mana much faster and could not just kill his torrents to make them full HP.
Yeah, I think that item plays a big part. Would love to see them again in the grand final in the best of 5 to see if it works on more maps.
Yeah, and I would like to see if he adds some demolishers with the liquid fire, or how it's called.
Yeah,
Burning oil.
Burning oil.
Yeah, and it's very good against dryads, especially. So.
Dude, they're so bad. Burning oil is so trash. It's awful.
No, it's good.
Yes, it's so bad. It's like it feels like half a damage per second. It's so horrible.
Well, when this
Blizzard buff, please.
Huh?
Blizzard buff, please.
No, come on. When you got hit with this big stone, firestone, your dryad lose like 2/3 of HP.
But if you play that against Moon, I think he will just move away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to counter it, you have to have around 4 demolishers and attack ground in different places. So Moon just run on these stones.
Uh-huh. Yeah, sounds like sounds like a great idea. All right. Is there any big mistake that Lin made that he can fix for next time?
I don't know. I think he lost a couple of times some units unnecessary. And a hero somewhere. I don't remember exactly, but I think he definitely can play better. And maybe he's not used to this style yet. And it's always hard to play the style you are not used to play. Because he played like 15 years of his life with Blade Master, and now he has to play Farseer against Night Elf, so it's not the standard thing to do.
It's like you when you're not playing the Keeper.
Well, I love Demon Hunter.
Now. Okay.
Seriously.
Okay, then we also had Colorful versus Lin Guagua. That looked a lot more standard.
Yeah. And I have not watched it.
Okay.
I was watching the first game when you said that it's already time to join.
Okay. I understand.
But
yeah,
I see on Tirina's stand he played Lin Guagua, Shadowhunter, Pitlord, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how did Colorful counter it?
He played an expansion and a lot of hunters and a lot of archers and
Huntress?
Yeah.
Only a couple, like 4 hunts max, and then lots of archers behind.
Very strange.
We found some good creep jacks, 1 or 2. Killed some grunts and berserker and stuff.
How?
On
this map,
when Pitlord came out, he was going to the lab, and at the lab he got creep jacked.
Okay, and lost his precious priests, right?
Yeah,
precious.
Yeah, I think the priest was already dead. The berserker died. The grunt died. The raider died. Yeah.
Because usually when you play on this map against Shadowhunter, he just creeps to level 3, and then with Pit Lord he can pressure you very hard, especially if you have 4 hunts, because 4 hunts are total useless. They don't do damage, and they die from the Serpent Wards and Pit Lords. It's very hard to kill him, so usually he can just come with 50 food with towers and make a shop on your expansion, and it's very hard to defend without with 4 hunts. I mean, usually if you see the Shadow Hunter, you just build 0 hunts, and
Yeah, in this case, there was no Serpent Wards. It was just Hex and Heal Wave.
oh shit, okay, forget it.
And so the Hunters were alive for a long time, and the Pit Lord was always busy
Nice counter.
with the Hunters.
Oh, there is Huntresses. I'm gonna go heal and
Hex. Yeah. Yeah, he decided to go Hex very early on for the
No,
creep.
don't get me wrong. In some situations, heal Hex is good, but when you play Blade Master and Wyverns, when you start it, you gain map control. You can creep. You can creep jack efficiently. You can force Night Elf to run from you, because it's very hard to fight at the early stages when you have around 38 food or something, and so you gain map control, and it's very good strategy to play. But when you don't have damage from Wyverns and Blade Master, Hex is kind of useless.
Yeah, he picked it
Especially
early to prevent the Wisp detonate when he was doing the lightning shield creep at the Merc camp.
Yeah, so he just fucked up his build order just to kill one Wisp. Nice work.
Pretty much, yeah. So in 2 days, we're gonna have the decision between Lin and Colorful. So I think we all agree that Lin is the big favorite, but do you give any chance to Colorful?
Actually, I would like to see if he's gonna play same style like against Moon today, because it was really nice to watch. And I think Colorful gonna adjust completely different compared to Moon. He gonna make more archers and giants, I suppose. And I would like to see how fast giants gonna work.
So the winner of this is playing against LawLiet in the quarterfinal. If you're Lin, and we
Seriously?
talked, yeah, it's pretty
It's for sure already.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
No drawings.
So if you're Lin, do you want to play the Fastia Headhunter against Colorful as well, knowing that then LawLiet has 4 to 5 maps to find weaknesses in that build? Or do you want to play standard? I think it's a hard call to make for Lin.
Well, he already showed the strengths of the strategy against Moon, so LawLiet gonna be prepared anyway. So I would just try to perfect this style for Lin against Colorful, and then to play against LawLiet completely different style as Human, for example. I don't know actually what's gonna be best against LawLiet. Maybe standard. Sometimes he struggles against hitman guys.
It's of course impossible to say what's going to be better, like looking down the road, the Blade Master standard, or if maybe even this Farseer strat takes over. But just your gut feeling right now, Neutron, just like what you feel at the moment. What do you think is going to be better in, let's say, a month?
Blade Master, I think.
Okay.
But I can be wrong for sure. Like, I just look at Kiwi. Sometimes he win pretty good Night Elves, and he gave Foggy hard times to play against him on some tournament. I don't remember where, but it was really close games, and they were really nice. And just imagine if this strategy would be in Lin's hands, not Kiwi's. Like, we can all understand that Kiwi is not the same level like Foggy or Please or someone else in Europe. His micro is not maybe on that high point, and I don't think he's practicing a lot. So And if you give this strategy to one of the best orcs in the world and let him perfect it, I don't know what's going to be. Maybe it's going to be the best strategy right now. Because playing this tier 3 and torrents, and it's very hard for Nightwolf to hit the timing, because if you be late a little, the expo gonna pay out or pay up. How right to say pay out?
Payoff.
Payoff, yeah, payoff. Payoff, and you can't you couldn't break it anymore. So it's very hard to say.
Yeah, I think it's
maybe
really interesting.
maybe it's only me who struggles a lot against such style. But I saw Foggy had hard times also.
Yeah.
I don't know. So that's why I would really like to see Lin using this strategy, because using it against the best players in the world gonna show the all sides of this strategy, how to counter it, what's its weaknesses and strengths. So gonna be nice. Hope Lin gonna do it. Also, I think there is a chance he just gonna play Blade Master Standard against Colorful and then get back to this style against LawLiet.
That would be my guess.
I think I would love to see him play the Saturn style just on Merc maps. On Merc maps and by the Shadow Priest. I still think that Shadow Priest in the early game can make a big difference.
Yeah, huge difference. If you play very carefully and don't put your Shadow Priest in front, you can dispel up to 3 entangles.
Yeah.
And keepers just don't have more, like one more. But so what you're gonna kill? One unit or even 0. So yeah, priest is really good. So usually when I see priest, I don't take entangle level 2. I take treants and try to kill the priest and just summon more treants and then kill headhunters in the fight, not with entangles only. So we'll see.
We'll see indeed. And of course, we will talk about all the games once they are done. Tomorrow, we got the first decisions in Group C and D. We're going to see X-Lord again. We're going to see Infi versus Fly. We're going to see Foggy versus TH, which is going to be a killer match, I'm very sure. And Chimiko versus WFZ as well.
Yeah.
And then I think we're done for the day. Except if you have some questions or something to tell us.
No, I'm just super excited to see the games.
Nice.
They're going to be really nice. Yeah.
So are we.
All right. So we see each other tomorrow. And Remo, we see each other in 80 minutes for ESL Meisterschaft.
Yeah.
Bye-bye, motherfucker!